You are the greatest project that you will ever get to work on. And when you sit down and really internalize that, you're able to just take your time. Take your time with your life. All aspects of your life, take your time. There's really no rush, really. And excuse me for the long pause. I'm just taking that in. It's like, wow, like the greatest project that I will ever get to work on is myself. And I really feel like it's a journey with no destination. There's really no destination. And why would you even want it to be a destination? Why would you really want it to be an end goal? Because it's like once you reach that end, it's like, what's next? And that's always going to be the case in life, in existence. You're going to set this goal. You're going to have a certain end game to get to, and you get to that goal. It feels good for a few moments, and then you're like, what's next? So it's like you're constantly striving to improve. You're constantly striving to be better than what you were before. So that makes me think like, yo, there's no destination. And if there is a destination, the only destination there would be is now. The present, the gift. That's the only destination there is. And the now is everlasting. It's constant. The now goes everywhere with you. You can't run from the now. The now is the now. You feel me? And within that now, there's always something you can improve on. There's always something that you can learn about yourself, about the world, about the people you love. It just never ends. And when you really internalize that and think about that, it helps you realize how limitless and vast God is, quote unquote. And the reason why I say quote unquote, because God is just a label for a source that can't be explained. And no matter how hard we try to describe it and give it a name, it will never be enough, because it's that vast and limitless. It's the Most High. And within these bodies, we're limited, so we can't fully grasp it. And the more and more you try to translate it, you try to put it into words, it's a poor translation of God. It's poor. Silence is the best thing you can do to describe God. Is just be silent. Moment of silence. And then the noise comes. The noise. It comes and it goes. See, that's how you got to think about life. Think about life and think about your life, your body, and your soul like this. Compare the physical and the metaphysical to sound and silence. Compare the physical and the metaphysical to noise and complete silence. The complete silence is God. But when that noise comes in, that noise, it could be a siren from outside, somebody yelling. It comes and it goes. That's just like form. That's just like the physical, our bodies. Everything that is physical is an illusion. It's not really there. And how you know that it's not really there? Because it comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. You come onto this planet and you go. Before you were born, everything was just is. Everything was still good. Everything was still what it was. It was love, it was hate, it was all that before you came. And then you came, and you're either add on to that love or take away from that love. And then you go. And then it's the same thing after you're gone. It's just is. It's still love and hate. It's still duality. It's still dark and light. So it's like, we're just passing through, and as you're passing through, it's a project. It's a divine project. It's a project that was given to you by God. Now just hear me out for this one. Believe it or not, you are a soul that incarnates on this planet to have a physical experience. And through that physical experience, you obtain things. You obtain lessons. You obtain experiences that you could grow from, that you can evolve from. And it's not at all easy, and it's not supposed to, and why would you want to? That's how powerful you are as a soul. Why would you want something that simple? You want things to come easily to you? Nah, it's a project. The greatest project you will ever work on is yourself. And you just gotta constantly keep trying what works best and what doesn't work. What do you need to hold on to? What do you need to let go of? And sometimes you're not gonna be correct in making those decisions, but along the way, you will start to figure things out. And that's a good feeling once you start figuring things out. It feels good to look back in the past and be like, yo, I was once this type of person, and I'm not that type of person anymore. I'm better for myself, my family, my friends, my communities, and the humanity. That's a good feeling. You are the greatest project you will ever work on. And there's always something to improve. There's always some way that you can improve. And it's like, you shouldn't look at that as a negative thing. You shouldn't throw a fit because of that. Like, oh, I got so much to work on. I'm not good at this. Let's use a body, for example. Oh man, I got so much weight to lose, man. It's gonna take so long. This sucks. But nah, that process of you going through that grind and losing weight, and you finally lose that weight, it's a good feeling. But it doesn't stop there. You can improve on more things. Now that you lost your weight, how can you become more strong? How can you mold your physique into something divine? How can you get that anime body? You know, there's lots of things you could do, or you could be cool with that, and then you could work on something else, like your attitude or your mindset. It doesn't stop. It's just like an endless playground, really. So it's like, I ask that you take this perspective. Once you leave this video, once you click off this video, I want you to take this perspective into your life. Don't look at your shortcomings and your mistakes as a bad thing. You don't have to label that a bad thing. Bad is just a label that you could put on anything. Y'all can say being spiritual is a bad thing, or you could say being spiritual is a good thing. It all depends on the person who's deciding. You can decide that, but I don't have to decide that. So why should you look at these things as negative or a bad thing? Why can't you look at certain things as a positive thing, which can help you, navigate your life in a much better way, with more peace, more fulfillment, with more patience. Notice that you are the greatest project that you will ever work on. And there's no destination, there's no end to that project. So why rush? Why worry when you could just be here and now and just improve with one breath and one step at a time? get further and further and further until you look back and like, wow, I really started from there and now I'm here. I really used to look like that, now I look like this. I used to really talk like this, now I talk like this. I used to really think like that, now I think like this. I used to not know how to do this, but now I know how to do this. I used to be a beginner at this, but now I'm a master at this. Life is what you make it, man. It's what you make it. And nothing here is really real because it comes and goes. So you could do as you please. You could call it what you want. You could call it hell, you could call it heaven. In some way it's true, in some way it's not. Because all truths is just but half truths. So just use your discernment when navigating through this life and just do your best. You are the greatest project that you will ever work on. And that's a blessing. That's a blessing. You lit.